Street photography books are supposed to inspire. Some nail it, others miss. This right here is Visions, a decade's worth of excellent street photography. Let's find out if it nails it or misses. The book Visions just released and started shipping. It's a decade of festival-winning street photographs from all the way back of 2013 through 2024. In that time span, representing 13 street photography festivals. So each image in the book won or placed in the top 3 of their respective festivals. And you may be asking, why does it matter? Well, it's a time capsule in a book for the genre, for our niche in street photography. That sounds kind of important to me. Well, who produced the book? It is the founders, organizers from the Pixpa International Street Photography Festival, Arez Prad and Mario Bandini. And here's the wild part. I had a small contributing role with the book. I actually wrote the foreword for the book. Yes, several months ago, Arez and Mario emailed me and asked if I was open to this idea, collaboration for writing the foreword. And my first reaction was, why me? Am I even qualified for this? Can I write an educational piece on street photography? I thought this was a unique opportunity. It was a totally pro bono project. I fully supported it. I liked the idea. And I thought it was cool what they were doing. So I immediately said yes. I mean, it was quite an honor to be part of this project because there are so many other more qualified street photographers, street enthusiasts that could fill this role. It also came at a chaotic time when I was in the middle of preparing for my work trip throughout Asia, and I believe there was only a 2-month window to get them to forward in order for them to move forward with production, producing the book. I'll get more into that later in the video, but let's crack this bad bitch open. Okay, do I need scissors or what? Can I just tear this open? Okay, why am I being dramatic? I already know what the book looks like. Wow, it smells like China on here. You know what I mean when you get a package that smells like China? It like literally from China. Okay, a nice square book here. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, my initial reaction of this, of just the quality of the book here. Nice square size book. Definitely solid here. Let's flip through the pages real quick. It is signed. Limited I got number 1. I got the first copy? Holy shoot! How much is this worth now? Is this 1? Is this how they write 1 in Italy? Because I can't tell the cursiveness. Yep, like I said, signed by Arez, and I believe that's Mario's signature. I like this kind of page. I think this is called satin. I believe it's satin. Correct me if I'm wrong, whoever has the... Oh, look at me. I made it. I made it. Here's my foreword. Oh my God. I don't remember it being this long. Holy shit. Well, it doesn't take up the whole page. You know, it's kind of in the middle, a square in the middle. Sorry. I wasn't expecting it to take up this much, but I believe, if I remember correctly, my Word doc was about a little over a page. The quality of the print, the pages is... I like it. Oh, look at that. My friend Lauren Wells. Look at that. You know, she hasn't been in the scene for quite some time. You know, she's not all into social media. But, man, I would love to see her have her own Coney Island book. This right here, I believe won, 3rd place. I thought it was 2nd place Miami. I swear it was 2nd place Miami 2015. But it says 3rd place, so I'm probably wrong. Man, these are bringing back some memories. I remember seeing a lot of these images. At the time, it was Facebook. I remember seeing some of these and being like, how the hell did this win 1st place? You know, something like this. From Hakim Boluitz, Switzerland. And you know what? I still recognize a lot of the names. They're still shooting. They've gone on to do big and better things in the street world, but there's also a lot of names I don't see anymore. And crazy enough, a lot of these festivals are no longer around anymore. I remember this photo. This was like the Got Milk ad. The gallon canister here knocked over the cow. This has to be a Got Milk ad in Thailand or something. I don't know. Alrighty guys, you guys are watching, you guys may be wondering what this video is ultimately about. I'm not here to sell the book, let alone promote the book, heck, let alone, you know, toot my own horn with my involvement in the book. I'm doing this video to share my thoughts on the book, critique the book, and, you know, share some of my harsh opinions on the book. So which one should we start first, good or harsh critiques? Okay, let's start with the harsh critiques then. Covers matter. Street photography books aren't just pages here. They start conversations before you open them. When I first saw the cover of this book online, to be frank, I was a bit underwhelmed. I mean, if I was in Barnes & Noble or any bookstore, hell, if Instagram gave me an ad on photo books and I came across this cover, honestly, it wouldn't make me pick up the book. At first glance and looking at it a bit longer, it doesn't grab my attention. There's no tension, there's no intrigue. A lot of times I will preach on here to keep things simple. Now, a lot of times keeping it simple works for a well-known artist, an established photographer or whatnot, because seeing their name is the selling point. You see a plain red book with William Eggleston's name on the cover, that's enough to sell you. And this being a photo book, that means the cover should hit. You know, a moment frozen in time, an image within the book as the main cover, or maybe perhaps a collage of images as the main cover. That to me is what will make somebody stop in their tracks. You know, you think about a street photography book like Bystander, its cover image is from a photo of Alex Webb. It's a photo the publisher specifically selected, believing that's the image that will help sell the book. You know, because the cover of the book is going to do the heavy lifting for you. It's going to set the tone immediately. This is why I treat thumbnails like sacred ground on my channel. If it doesn't catch someone's attention, if it doesn't make them stop from scrolling, then they won't click on the video. Covers, thumbnails, movie posters do the same job. They pull and reel people in. And here's the thing, nobody in this space obsesses over little details as seriously as I do, because you can't just AI generate it. You can't chat GPT your way through it a lot of times. The gut feeling, the soul in the design is a lot of times earned. A book has to pull you from a shelf or make your mouse clicker hover over the buy button online. And for me, the cover here visually just doesn't do that. Now you may be wondering, why didn't I speak up on this matter if the cover is bothersome to me? Well, instinctually I wanted to reach out and give some feedback on the cover, but my role was simply to write the foreword. I didn't want to impose my will or thoughts beyond much more than that. Now it's a different story had Arez and Mario asked me any thoughts, any critiques on the book itself, then yeah, then that's an easy segue to discussing other things within the book. Now, I'm not saying the design or the cover is horrible by any means. Don't get my words or interpretation mixed up here. Long story short, I'm saying the cover looks safe, it looks neutral, and that's the power of design, folks. Now circling back to my involvement with the book, I definitely had help with the foreword. I had 4 people review my drafts. 3 of my 4 friends do have a background writing and are not in the street photography circle, and when writing something like this, it's all based on structure. I lean towards how I kind of structured my documentary Fill the Frame. Because I'm somewhat of a history buff, I did past, present, future, and once I got the structure, the foundation down, writing it came a lot more natural than I thought. Of course, tweaking certain sentences, finding better words, vocabulary throughout the draft was probably my main challenge in all of this. So let's do a quick story time. I'm not going to read the whole foreword for you, but I will read a few sentences. Foreword by Tim Huynh. Street photography isn't just a genre, it's a lifelong obsession, an adrenaline rush, and sometimes a test of patience, only rivaled by trying to explain to someone why you just took a photo of a stranger's hairy back. That's a reference to one of the images in the book. So yeah, hearing it out loud, seeing it print, it definitely hits a lot different. Oh, look at this. First place, Miami 2020, Paul Kessel. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at you, Paul. Oh my god. So here's the thing, like I mentioned earlier, Visions isn't just a book, it's a time capsule. I mean, I say 10 years ago, or really like pre-COVID, there was a lot of emphasis on humor, one-hit note, and we still see that in today, but I feel like we've seen a lot of that prior. And so if you've been shooting street for quite some time and been following the work of others, you can kind of see that street photography is always evolving. Now you're seeing a lot more color work, surrealism, or even stage or performative feeling images. And that's just what it is. It's not just about style, it's culture, really. You know, 10 years ago, Instagram was an app for photographers. Instagram wasn't yet dominating conversation, you know, compared to then. Today, influence spreads pretty instantly. You see a lot of the same names and aesthetics rise in, you know, online or festival juries. And I think just flipping through the pages here and just remembering that time, you know, in 2015, 16, 17. I mean, to me, that's what makes this Visions book interesting. It's not about who won. It's more about seeing how the taste of the genre has shifted. I mean, you can say from decisive moment to surreal, to experimental, to performative. I don't know. And you know what? A lot of these images, these photographers, they're gonna go down and be remembered for decades to come. This is one of my favorite images from Kevin E. Cabales from Philippines and One Italian 2019, first place. I remember judging this for the World Street Photography, but that was way back then. That was 3 years prior to this, so 2016, 2015 or so. This is a good reminder that street photography doesn't always have to be on the ground, on the pavement. You could be up on the 14th floor and taking a candid image down on the street like this. I love this image. What I'm recognizing here is a lot of geometry play, a lot of European influence, but I guess a lot of the festivals are predominantly in Europe anyways. It seems to me right now street photography is at its peak right now in Europe, which has a major influence on the visual language itself. So here's the bigger picture. Does a book like this matter in 2025? I think it does. Online photos disappear in a scroll. We all been victimized by algorithms, getting buried by them. Even some of the best shots today get forgotten tomorrow. But in print, images live. They have weight. And that's the connection to the video I did last week on legends and influence. Legends aren't made by likes. They're made by contribution. They're made by archives, books, exhibitions, something that outlasts the moment. And the Visions book, whether you like the photos or not, they're part of the archive now. Ultimately, it's a decade-long snapshot of what street photography looks like from the eyes of juries and festivals. So even though I think the cover misses, and even though I'm not a fan of a lot of the winning images, the fact that it exists and is here now matters. It gives future generations something to look back on, to argue with, or to be inspired by. And that's why I respect the initiative. The book is reminding us currently to keep those past images alive. And another good reminder is that street photography is live and global. So there you have it. Let me know in the comment section what you think on the Visions book. Do you agree or disagree with me on the cover, on the winning images? They've only produced 250 copies, so I'll have the link in the description box down below. Check it out. It's only 30 euros. It's a great encyclopedia of the past 10 years of winning images, all in one book. You don't have to scroll through different festival websites and try to do the deep dive research when it's already here for you. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this was an all pro bono on my end. There's no affiliate link attached to this project. So yeah, support it if you can, if you want to. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you know that notification bell? Hit that, and every time I post new content or video, you will be notified. Check out my affiliate links, workshop links down below in the description box. Until next time, stay safe and keep shooting.